Someone who said, man, you are the man. Music free super. Music free super. Music free super. Maybe free super. Also free.
Hey, are you making so?
Olivo is making so. And I will leave you. Oh, yo, go back. Oh, yo, me and now I am dragging her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Me and now I am. Look at the way they are dragging the woman. You see the way they are dragging the cousin. You see the way they are dragging the woman. The way they are dragging my auntie, in fact, is very bad. It's very bad. And it's terrible. Please. You people should come inside.
So video echo viral and Ghana Immigration Service personnel need be air drag woman be on the floor. Amanako fro a year of an Nina say yin Ghana US deal and as a Ghana US memorandum of understanding on a bo okuje to ablakwa. Ebeka say US for head deportees or more deport or more move free West Africa and the ECOWAS ebeba Ghana said the beya or move through Ghana. Na share yet to mano share or more documentation BBA. Yeah, na edomoko various countries. No more days are on me edu Ghana ha. Enti Vixem Hotel Ogboju Accra eho ana omwa yede omobai on Friday omwa bimo ha yes come various countries. Sierra Leone in particular. Eno na yese yede omokwa omo air resist here omo empese omobako na eno na lawyer for these deportees Oliver Baka Vomawo HS entweye kura obi Ghana ayomadwin so ombe protect these deportees na omde omakom various countries boko onim di ntie akoso sa na wakasa abra asem ni sie ono na ejina mu bi o se ye frɛ no na okohu se sa no man bi ekoso ewo honom no odwene ho a wonte ase
It's okay. Calm down. You ain't going nowhere. Stay right there. Madam, we still you have to report them. What they're doing. Because I got the laws on the phone. They need to see what's going on so they can put it on the media. Calm down. Okay. Relax.
He's gonna call you back later, okay?
Relax. Okay. Relax. This for her.
Every country no accept or no accept. Every country. Only here because we need money.
The embassy don't protect me. I'm asking for time with them. The lawyer wants for terms of the
Whose phone is this?
Let me see that.
No.
The ambassador. They said they sent a driver to come here for me. I told them I'm not safe to go until the Sierra Leone embassy comes here. Let them hand me over and let them go kill me. I'm not supposed to country. I'm not safe here. That's why they granted me stay.
You can't put hands on her like that, man. You a man. You can't put hands on her like that, man. Come on, dog. You can't put hands on her, man. You can't put hands on her, man.
This one is no chance is coming.
See what they're doing? They're trying to drag her, put hands on her.
If the people are here, let them hand me over now to Ghana.
You have 35 years and I so much money. How we want to bring to all people here?
That's what you do?
I don't know where we're going. I don't trust you. I'm not going to eat any food again if the Ghanaian people serve me. Let the head of Chancellor come. If he says any door with the Ghanaian people, I will go.
Give us a bit of time. That's what I'm asking for. Give us a bit of time.
They don't care. They're fighting everybody. Calm down.
I'm asking for you can see we've been here all this while. We've been here all this while. So we're here all this while. So what I'm asking for is I understand your question. So what I'm asking for, I only arrest one. I only carry out instructions. So what I'm asking for, give me a few minutes. I only carry out instructions.
Because I'm not supposed to, I'm not safe, I say I was safe,
It's a shame that Ghana doing this. It's a shame. And it's like you're violating human rights.
Chances on the way, they say anyway, it's coming to question.
Record, I'm not listening to me.
35 years, America, they spend so much money. All people
You don't have to explain nothing.
10 years, America, so why you bring to here and accept to take money? Why she was this woman? America people.
Faut envoyer à quelqu'un la vidéo. Faut envoyer à quelqu'un.
Hello, we are going.
Let me ask you something. You're a woman with family, right? How would you feel like that? You guys violated people's rights, though.
We are giving you much time. We are waiting. Let's go.
Yeah, they're still over here. They're trying to force her to leave now. This. Man, the force to leave.
My friend, waiting. Take medicine now. You want us to force you?
You can't force her.
Why you force her? She take medicine now. Me and she get together.
What did you call me for, Kalima? Are you going to bed?
She don't want to go. You don't have to force her. Why you want to take out your country? Let's see how protection. Let's see how protection in the country.
Why? Who are you? Oh, she got in America before. She not wait for.
Who are you though? Who are you? You can't put that there. Try and see them. I want to phone my wife.
Why is she there? So that's what you have.
I want to phone my wife. No, I don't want to be my wife.
So I have to talk. Please. Relax. Just now we gave the medicine. Let them relax. Let the medicine work. Please. Please. Just the way they just now. Ask them. So now why are you people sending her? Why? She's my auntie. Why? Why I can't know where she's going? No, why I can't know? Why I should know? So why all of them have came together? Why did you pick all of them? And you are picking them one by one. The person is my auntie. So please, I have to know where you are saying that.
So you can call me. That's all you're in the uniform.
No, the uniform you are in. Me, I'm not the uniform. The uniform that's what I'm expecting. This is not the uniform.
That's not the uniform.
Then remove the let me see your face well. Remove the let me see your face. No, remove the let me see your face well. Why don't you see my face? But you said that's why I don't identify. I have to remove the let me see your face well. I put no have to identify.
The other chance is here. They will get
What is the reason why you do that? What is the everybody comes to you. Why you make sure say can be thing? Why you think can? We are there to say they're dragging out. They're dragging out.
I'm not saying my strong way. The other chance is
Why am I doing that? I'm a Ghanaian. Don't drag it like that. Please, move on. Me, I go swear this. What's this about? What's this about? Tell me that. You are a woman again. You tell me what I done. What am I doing? I want to tell she said me, I was
The embassy won't protect me. I'm asking for time with them. The lawyer wants for terms of elections. The lawyer wants for terms of elections. I'm sorry, they want to tell me so. Whose phone is this? Whose phone is this?
Hey, whose phone is this?
Let me see that.
No.
The ambassador of this zone. They said they sent a driver to come here for me. I told them I'm not safe to go until the Sierra Leone embassy comes here. Let them hand me over now, let them go kill me. I'm not supposed to country. I'm not safe here. That's why they granted me stay.
You can't put hands on her like that, man. You a man. You can't put hands on her like that, man. Come on, dog. You can't put hands on her, man. You can't put hands on her, man.
This one, the end of chance is coming. Please, I'm very wait right here.
See what they do when they try to drag her, put hands
So
on
they
her.
don't if the other people are here, let them hand me over now to Ghana. And
You have 35 years and so much money. How will you want to bring to all people here?
They're forcing you to?
I don't know where we're going. I don't trust you. I'm not going to eat any food again if the Ghanaian people serve me. Let the head of Chancellor come. If he says any no, the Ghanaian people have to go.
Give us a bit of time. That's what I'm asking for. Give us a bit of time.
They don't care. They're fighting everybody's fighting.
They're wasting her.
Calm down.
So I'm asking for all this one. been here all this while. So we are here all this while. So what I'm asking for is, I understand the instruction. So what I'm asking for, I only arrest one. I only carry out instructions. So what I'm asking for, give me a few minutes. I only carry out instructions.
When you went to arrest, so that's the one can tell me go. I'm not because I'm not supposed to. I'm not safe. I say I was safe.
It's the same that Ghana doing this. It's the same, and this is why he have violated human rights.
The chance is on the way. The ceremony wait is coming to question me. You don't want to go.
Record, I'm not doesn't can be fair.
35 years, America, they spend so much money. All people
You don't have to explain nothing.
10 years, America, process of why you bring to here and accept to take money. Why she was this woman, American people, no please.
I'm not going the other side, they're on their way. I'm waiting for the other side. Doctor and communicate with the chance in the issue. I mean, I get text on. I mean, the text on.
Don't touch that. Why you touching that? Don't touch him, man. No, you cannot. That's why you are touching him. That's why you are touching him. You are right. You are right. Look at the way you feel that. Don't touch him, man. Look at the way you feel that. You are a woman fight. You are a woman. Give me yourself. Give me yourself. You people are women like that. You people are what you touch you up. What you touch her. Look at the way she is. Look at the way she is. I don't know because why are you pushing me like that? Where's the inhaler? Where's the inhaler? Where's the inhaler? Why you have the inhaler? Yeah, she got asthma. She got asthma. She got asthma. Yeah, where is the inhaler? Why you are dragging her like that? You're not supposed to tell her that. Why are you touching her? Why you not? You pussy, man.
They take me without me consent. Now me and the blood
Someone who said, man, you are the man. Music free me super. Music free me super. Music free me super. Let me free super. Hey, are you making sound? Olivo is making sound. And I will leave him. Oh, yo. What do you want me to know? I am dragging her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Me and now, I told your honor. Look at the way they are dragging the woman. You see the way they are dragging the castle. You see the way they are dragging the woman. The way they are dragging my auntie, in fact, is very bad. It's very bad. And it's terrible. Please, you people should come inside.
No, in fact, let me start with the fact that we are in the Supreme Court this morning regarding the agreement that Ghana has reportedly signed with the U.S. allowing the receiving of the deportees. And one other agreement conforms first to our constitution and also to international law. Our position is that it doesn't. Now, a number of individuals since the agreement was announced have been received. Our count is nearly 60 people have so far been received into the country. These individuals were part of a group of 19 that arrived last Friday and have been in the country since then. About 10 of them were possibly then removed and dropped at the Togo border when they arrived, being Nigerian. Now, this is what is happening. The government of Ghana has signed an agreement with the U.S. whereby U.S. courts have given protection to these individuals against their removal to their countries of origin, based on what the courts have found to be genuine fears around torture and execution in their country. And so U.S. law forbids their return to their country. Ghana then has stepped in as an intermediary where it receives these individuals, brings them into Ghana under the guise that they are ECOWAS citizens, and in any event, they are entitled to 90 days being in Ghana. And then when it brings them into Ghana, forcibly removes them. Previously, they were in military detention. Now they are being kept in a hotel with military guards guarding them at the hotel. For about how many days, they have no change of clothes, no access to female hygiene products or anything. Yesterday, I got a call that the immigration authorities had arrived to remove two of them for purposes of putting them on a flight to Sierra Leone. They were protesting that they had court orders preventing their removal to Sierra Leone because of past persecution which has been proven before the courts. The immigration folks would not listen. So I arrived there in the hope of understanding what was going on. First of all, under Ghanaian law, you cannot deport a person without a court order. Two, you cannot do so without an executive instrument by the minister. None of that had been in place at the time I arrived. So I asked them for the basis of this. Their statement to me was that technically the people are not in Ghana. And I'm saying, we are standing here in Obojo. If there's anywhere it could be any more Ghana than Obojo, I don't know where that would be. And I begged them to try to de-escalate the situation, would go and try to understand what it is together. They said that their orders were clear, that the orders were to remove them forcibly. And so that's what you saw. What the videos that I think have gone around capture is just about 13 or 15 seconds of actually what took over 3 hours of pulling an individual on the ground. There were at least 8 immigration officers who were pulling the lady in question on the ground. As myself and other lawyers were trying to fetch her in, asthma inhaler, where it's been dragged. And I am confused as to what, Ghana wants to represent. What is our image? What is our commitment to our values and to our human rights? When the foreign minister talked about the fact that we are receiving these deportees under Pan-Africanism and other values that we espouse them, when the truth is that we went to do a visa deal, I kind of wonder what is our humanity in all of this. So for me, I was dumbfounded by some of the scenes I saw yesterday. In fact, there was a journalist from the RFI who was there who tried to capture this. He was arrested, his camera seized, compelled to delete videos on this. So it's a really strange circumstance that we're finding ourselves as a country that has decided to make itself a handmaiden of racist and aggressive U.S. immigration politics. And I don't even know what is the value add to us as a republic.
But I mean, do we know the responsibility of Ghana in all of this deal? Do we know whether or not the people have to stay in this country for a number of days before they are taken to their home countries?
Now, let's be clear. The government has continued so far to resist disclosure of the agreement. In fact, the reason why we're in the Supreme Court this morning is to compel the government to disclose the agreement that they're refusing to. But I can only take the word of what the president and the foreign minister have said. The president said that they went to receive them because they're West African nationals, and they are in any event, they are entitled to free movement in Ghana. They have been denied they have been given anything but that free movement. Now, if they're West African and under ECOWAS protocol, they're entitled to free movement, why are they still in detention? Why are they being kept in detention for no crime committed in Ghana and not being presented before a court? This is what I don't understand. So it is not even a question about what is the nature of the deal you have with the U.S. Okay. Because the U.S. cannot any agreement with the U.S. cannot override our constitution. Our constitution requires that our government respect the rights and dignities of the individual. Our commitments within ECOWAS require that ECOWAS citizens are entitled to at least 90 days within the country. None of that has been respected. Now, if you feel like you are not in a position to provide them safe passage, why do you enter into an agreement? Or that today, Incumbent Ghana is putting visa restriction about the humanity of other Africans. Is that the message we are selling? So I don't understand. I haven't seen the agreement. The government doesn't want to disclose it. They haven't sent it to Parliament for ratification. You have heard the minorities' position on this. You have heard the Foreign Minister say that they are not required under law to send it to Parliament. So there's so much secrecy surrounding what we are doing. And our refusal or inability to work in the light is telling of our refusal to then abide by international law and even our own constitution.
I see one young lady being pushed into a bus. Was she being taken to hospital or she was being sent somewhere?
They said they were dragging her to try to put her on a flight to Sierra Leone. She was clear, and I have a copy of this. This was presented to the immigration officials. Lengthy court decision showing why this individual cannot be in Sierra Leone. This position was communicated to the Sierra Leone mission here in Ghana. The immigration officials still insist that they were acting on orders, and that this was in pursuance to orders that they had received, and so they were going to do just that. Even when I was asking for them to speak to the lady, to allow her to walk to the vehicle, they would not listen. So this is what ensued, with them dragging her on the floor and eventually putting her in the van. The message we had after yesterday was that she was not put on the flight, she was being detained, and that this morning she was being put in a flight for Sierra Leone.
Wow. So they are still taking her to Sierra Leone despite the court order?
That's what I understand here.
And this journalist whose camera, who was asked to delete videos, is he okay? He and his team, are they okay?
I mean, listen, it has to take a negotiation over 30 minutes to try to get a foreign journalist released for being present at the scene and doing their journalistic work. You know, even though they were demanding his passport, they were demanding, he even presented a non-citizen's Ghana card, but they would take nothing else unless those videos were released. Individuals were brutalized, their phones seized and smashed because they were looking to delete some of these videos. And I'm surprised that even some people were able to get some shots of all the incidents that were happening, that some have been, you know. But if you were there, you would be the most disappointed in your country and the belief in this country yearning for justice.
What do you intend doing as their lawyer?
Listen, so far we are in the Supreme Court this morning. We already, as we have covered in the past, filed a human rights action in respect of others that were brought in and kept in military detention for nearly 3 weeks and denied, you know, access to healthcare even when they were sick. We have brought these matters before the Supreme Court as well, alleging that the way in which this agreement is being implemented continues to violate our obligations under international human rights law and also under our constitution, that the courts must do something about it. We are going to again approach the courts because we have no alternative but to believe that the court in a circumstance where the executive is not finding its way to the law, that the courts will speak with a clear voice. The last time we brought an application demanding that the people be prevented from deportation, who were snuck out in the middle of the night, told to run into Togo and expelled from Ghana because we wanted to prevent the court order from happening. It's almost like a wild west. Some of the things I am seeing happen in this country, even the worst of our military regimes, I've never seen this happen. So I am still confused as to what the plan of the government is, and that even if we are going to sign this unholy agreement with the U.S., at the very least, are we saying that we as a country cannot afford to human our fellow West African neighbors, their common decency? So we are going to do everything as lawyers to continue to approach the court, and we are hoping that at least the courts will listen and open their doors and provide safe havens to this individual.
Okay. I'm grateful to you, lawyer Oliver Bakavamo, for joining us this morning and giving us details.
Abusuala 8 kan Ghana for akofa a drone one so bia ba I friend Gallimas herbal capsules na droi ye di nbrama akoma 14 and de aye na ono mu adwuma edie edoso pa ni mu didi akotire won bi pa ne se e ma umfie no chese wonyini kura ye hu na se ikuta anti aging component nti e ma onyini sa so e na esan so eko enemu yade sa syphilis gonorrhea prostate enlargement prostate disorders and a face sexual weakness ni nyina e ya dia wotanom e Gallimas herbal capsules ya e be ye fro e dia ma de di obiem so e ho fento aso e no e Gallimas ointment ya eno no obi a odwawia no keka no na ode afen 18 ho ena afen so honam na nya ekuchire ema unya hoto a mepachew eno so ebeyi afiri ho ma honam na ye fefefefefe eno da nchen so a sachemfo yareba na ye wo ana ade bi a edi utiri ho nya de mepachew galmas ointment ebeyi afiri ho ni nyina afiri Live 8 Clinic Ghana o se apomden ho nsem hia om ye ti yade bi to so na ye hawa mepachew fabrike mu odene eko Live 8 Clinic Ghana. Numbers in the good screen, no. Bomodi afa Live 8 Clinic Ghana was your number 1 health expert.